So my name's Hamish Mexted from IIF Chartered Accountants. We're a small firm of 6 people, helping the regular mix of SMEs, anything from kind of the one-man band tradesperson through to the more established businesses with kind of 150 to 200 staff. So it's a real mix of work that we're doing. But kind of our sweet spot is businesses with 5 to 15 employees that we really kind of focus on chasing. I got a coach not because we weren't achieving or not because we weren't seeing really good growth or anything like that. I got a coach to act as a sounding board and to stop me making mistakes which I would have learnt from, and mistakes that really would have helped our growth, but he's shortcutted the mistake in the learning process. So it's not because we weren't making really good progress, but because we wanted to make progress faster, and learn from the experience of someone else who has been through a similar kind of process with other firms in the past. The Growth Fundamentals framework helps our customers by giving them a real clarity around where their business sits on the business growth curve, real clarity around what's holding them back from achieving and reaching that next level, while also acknowledging the really good work they're doing to have got where they've got to so far. For me, in my role, the Growth Fundamentals framework helps me explain to staff what they need to be explaining to customers. So it really does become quite ingrained in everything we do. So every piece of work fits somewhere on that curve. Every piece of work is then helping push a customer up the curve or to consolidate where they're already at. It helps the team by giving them a framework within which to have conversations with customers. So previously their conversations could not ramble, but they could be a little bit aimless, whereas having the framework wrapped around those conversations really empowers them to know where they're going with a particular meeting, and they really understand the place of each resource and each piece of work that they're doing for the customer. The Growth Fundamental Framework online resource is the biggest strength and also the biggest weakness of it. The strength is that there's so much resource there which we can use with customers and use with staff for our internal training purposes, that there's always something there for every particular scenario you come across. That is its biggest weakness as well, though, in that there is such a depth of resource there, it can be a wee bit overwhelming. So on my part as director, it's about really understanding what's there, understanding the different scenarios in which we could be using it, and the customers that those particular resources will apply to. So the depth of that resource is the biggest strength and weakness. I guess over time I'd like to see it maybe tidied up a wee bit to remove some of the smaller resources and consolidating them into chunkier bits of work. But some of what I like about what Mike is doing is that he's constantly iterating it, so that there's always a change and always improvements being made to it, which at times can be tricky to keep up with because I need to keep up my learning. But at the same time, if you need a change to be made to it, Mike's more than willing to make those changes and to keep on building and improving on it.